Okay, the Cooper's kit, after 10 days, is supposed to finish at, we'll find out what it finishes at here, I guess. I'm just going to get a little shrub out of there first before I get my sample. Pour some off in there. Now we're going to take your bubbler out first so you don't get a back suck. So I'm going to get a reading here on the old hydrometer. The new hydrometer, I should say, because the old one's broken. So we'll fill this up nicely, slowly. We'll let it sit so we can get a good reading on it, because you get a little frost on there. Froth, I guess you would call it. It smells good. So we're going to set that aside up here. Let those bubbles dissipate while we get the keg ready over on the side here. What I do over here is I take the sanitizer, the full amount, and the camera's on, I can tell. But that's, so I need this pitcher. Now we need to clean. Holy cow, so it's got to be dumped in. Give it bucket right there.
Okay, dump it outside.
Got to be done twice almost. You want a clean pitcher. And a clean funnel. I always use a funnel with a screen in it. Catch any little hairs, and they're floating around every place. Especially if you got a cat or a dog, you'll have all kinds of little danders and stuff. So my sanitizers was just re-upped here the other day, and that means I cleaned it with water and new sanitizer. So once again, I fill my kettle, my keg, all the way to the top with fresh sanitizer. But as you're doing that, you got to keep your funnel out so it don't pressurize. Because if it back pressures, it's going to knock that screen out of there. And any little particulates that you did catch, you're going to knock right back into the keg. And you don't want that, because that can screw up your kegerator, your pores, and your valves, and your poppets, and all that stuff. So I prefer using a screen. I can already see a little bit of dirt in there as it is. I do it this way so I know I'm totally sanitized. If she's under solution, everything's in touch. And this takes a little bit longer, but that all works out. So our it's settling out over there, so we get a reading in a second. There we go. There's some hairs in there again. Little hairs that screen caught. That little filter in the funnel. You can see that little dander, little hairs, little whatever. Stuff you don't want in your keg. So now that is settled out, and cut away from the camera, we're going to get a reading here, and the missus is going to figure it out on her phone what the ABV is. So we're going to take a guess here. So I get into position. Let's open the camera up a little bit more. How you doing over there? So here we go. Let's see. Give the little hydrometer a spin of it, and right back into the little spot that I can't see. So let me get there. There's 10. All right. Right back into the mess where it's hard to see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That bubble will just get out of my way. I believe it's one more time here. 10, I think. It's 1.002. It's finished. So I'm going to calculate that in a minute.
4.7.
1.002, which is pretty dry. Today's date is the
15th. Day after Valentine's Day.
2/15.
4.725.
4.725. So that's a little over 4.5%. That's right where we're supposed to finish, correct?
Yep, that's what I wanted.
So far good on the Coopers. We're enjoying this. So we're going to get the stuff into the keg here, and we'll get back to you in a minute. 4.5%, a little over. Take your sanitized hose and make sure she goes to the bottom of the keg. You don't want to be splattering the beer and picking up oxygen. And once in position, she's at the bottom, open slowly, and off she goes. Cooper's is off to the keg. Why wouldn't it be? So we'll just let that flow on camera here. You see a little yeast, a little trub being picked up from the bottom, but that don't hurt nothing. That'll settle out in the keg when you go to tap the beer. So we're on our way. The blood orange beer is still 1 day in. I'm looking to see what I see for fermentation yet. And it started. I like to cover that just in case there's a little fly coming around or something. But I don't see any little gnats or flies at all, so they can be a pain. So I know we're going to have a little extra here. I don't know if the wife wants to bottle some. I should probably have a couple bottles ready just in case. And I know these are all clean and ready to be used if need be. And believe it or not, the bottle is over here. That could work. So we sanitized a couple extra bottles. We found out that the Coopers, I made a little more than the 5 gallons or the 60, whatever. But we have enough left over to put in a couple bottles, so nobody likes to waste beer. So I get a couple bottles full here, why wouldn't I? The wife's got the capper. Let's see what I can do here. Not to make a big mess down there. You definitely want to overflow the bottle. And this is the big wand. If I would have thought I was doing this, I would have brought out the little one, I bet. There we go. We'll just put a little extra in there. This is the big bottle wand. And I'll be darned, we'll get at least maybe 3 bottles here. Since it's the big wand, I'm going to give it just a little bit more to the side here. We need the, she's going, definitely need the carbonated sugar tablet. She had sanitized her hands, so it's all good. I think this will be the last bottle. I only had three out here, so the rest is gonna go bad. Gonna start picking up some yeast. I can see we're at the bottom of the valve, so there might have been one more. Is it worth trying to find another bottle? Well, Mama.
The brewer makes a mistake
You don't want to
and
spill.
pulls the wand off before closing the
Another
valve.
bottle? I have some.
I did good at that. Spill. I don't know. Think there's enough in there with the tilt?
No.
Depends on the crowd.
I don't know how much trub is in there.
Right. I can see we're right here.
I know, so you have
Or
another
is it
bottle,
stuck here?
depends on how much trub, and remember how much happened, what
Well, I don't
happened
have one out
last
here,
time.
do I?
I would just say pitch it here.
I don't have one out here.
Do you want me to go get one?
No. Do want all that to stay together though and be clean. Spilling that right on the floor.
There's a picture right there.
So we use what's an oxygenated cap. When you put these caps on, they have a special seal in it to remove oxygen from the bottles when you're using hard bottle caps, hard bottles. So the wife's giving me the capper here. I'm gonna move this stuff out of my way or just do it up here, see if I can spill it all at one shot.
Stand up.
Yeah, put the cover on this before I dump it all at once. All at once. She says stand up. Why would I? I can get hurt. I can hurt being right here. Although standing up, I'd probably get a better feel for it. So one, not even coming on the camera. Two. Once again, oxygenated caps. It does remove oxygen from the bottles. If that's the case, I give that back to the wife. Take the camera, show it up here to my ugly mug and say, how am I doing? We'll write on our sheet that we got 3 extra bottles out of there somehow. So, now to get this under carbonation, get the CO2 on it. We'll take her in the house. And these bottles got to be put in the dark
I'll take care of it.
someplace. And I'll need help.